Namaste and welcome to Devi Chamunda Mandir in Denver, Colorado. This is Yamajit, and I'm very glad that you're joining us this evening for our weekly meditational satsang. Tonight we're going to be doing some short exercises in preparation to prepare oneself for meditation. And let me just take care of something real quick here. Okay, there we go. So, a couple of announcements. So, this coming Friday, we're going to be doing a puja and satsang to Ma Vamakali, another form of Ma Kali. I was originally going to do a short cho practice, both in English and Nepali. I'm going to put that off for a week. One, because I'd like to give a little more time to get my voice back from that respiratory virus that I was suffering from. And also, I'd like a little more time to practice the part of it that's in the Tibetan language. I want to really be able to do that justice. Next Tuesday, a week from today, I'm going to be doing a meditation centered around our visual, auditory, and kinesthetic forms of perception. And like I said, then the following Friday, we'll be doing the Cho practice. And this will be another essentially healing guided meditation. So, again, welcome and namaste to both Mary and Bryce and Kim, who are joining me at the moment. So, we're going to be doing these preparation exercises for meditation. Some are going to be focused on the breath and also on the body as well. And so let's just go ahead and get started. I invite you to find a comfortable seated position where your back can be straight. Maybe roll the shoulders back to open the chest. And let's just begin by doing a little bit of deep breathing. And even just the act of breathing itself is a wonderful preparational exercise. And all of these that I'll be sharing today are really designed to help to put one's mind into a neutral space that is an intermediate state between our outer life and our inner life, and to prepare the mind for going into much deeper states. And another way that these meditations could be helpful is a way to check in with our current state of mind, understanding what agitates us and also what promotes stillness. Namaste, Jamie. In other words, these are all designed to help in easing into single point meditation. We're able to let go of all the external distractions so we can focus on one point within. So once you've found that comfortable position, I invite you to close your eyes, continuing breathing deeply. You can just rest your hands comfortably on your knees. And as you breathe with your eyes closed, just begin to let your body fall still and silent. Just let the level of relaxation and quiet deepen and deepen with each breath. And so now I invite you to bring your awareness to the tip of your nose. And while you focus there, I invite you to visualize the air as it first flows out with each exhalation. So exhaling through the nose, and then back into your body with each inhalation. Just work on visualizing that air leaving as you exhale and entering as you inhale. And so now I invite you to begin to count your breaths as you watch them from 27 down to 1. So as we do this counting, the exhalation will be the first half of the breath, and the inhalation will be the second. So exhale 27, inhale 27, exhale 26, inhale 26, exhale 25, inhale 25, and continue counting on your own. And just try to keep your mind fixed on that single object of watching the breath, the tip of the nose. And if you should lose focus, or your mind jumps from to something or somewhere else, then start the count over again at 27. Continuing to count as you breathe. And then take a deep and clearing breath. Just letting go of the meditation and the counting for the moment. Keeping your eyes closed, letting your breath just return to normal. Just rest for a moment in stillness. And see if you can notice the effects of this very simple meditation. And as you practice this meditation day to day, you can see if you can get first up to 10 breaths without some single thought or distraction interrupting. And then see if you can increase that to 15, 20, 25, 27, maybe even up to a full 30. Takes some practice, but it's just a wonderful way to still the mind. So keeping your eyes closed now, I invite you to resume breathing deeply. And this time place all of your focus on hearing the sound of the breath as it exits and as it enters with the inhalation. So we're breathing out and in through the nose, focusing just on the sound of the breath. And I'm going to invite you to try this for the next 10 breaths. Don't try to make the breath any louder, but instead try to make your focus sharper. And now I invite you to switch your focus a little bit. Instead of hearing the breath, I invite you now to just try and feel it. So focus on the feeling at the tip of the nose, maybe just a little bit on the underside. And notice the sensation as the air exits with the exhalation and enters with the inhalation. And feel how it is warm. The air feels warmer on the exhale and cooler on the inhalation. And then just see if you can focus just on the sensation of the breath without visualizing or trying to hear anything. Just focus on the feeling for the next 10 breaths. And so now I invite you to continue breathing and to visualize the breath again, but this time incorporate hearing. So visualizing, listening to the breath as well as feeling it. So focusing on all three modes of perception together. Let's try that for the next 12 breaths. And then I invite you to take a deep and clearing breath, letting go of the meditation, just slowly opening your eyes, keeping a relaxed gaze. And just take a moment and notice the effects of these variants of the meditation. And I invite you to think about which one of these three modes of perception was easiest for you to focus on, and which one was the most difficult. So is it easier to visualize or to hear or to feel? Which one of those was the hardest? And this is going to be different for everybody. Some of us are very visually dominant in our perceptions. Others tend to be more auditory dominant. And then there's some of us that are even kinesthetically dominant. And you can maybe think about how that translates to the kind of learner that you are. Are you a visual learner, an auditory learner, or if you're a kinesthetic learner, maybe doing something hands-on is more the best way to learn about something. And that's something we're going to go into more detail with our meditations next Tuesday. And I invite you to remember in the future that when someone tells you to focus on something, it doesn't necessarily mean just the visual image, but try to incorporate as many senses into that meditation as you can. So again, not just the visual, but the auditory and the kinesthetic. Maybe if there's some incense burning, maybe even adding the olfactory sense as well. Actually smell, taste, the chemosensory forms of perception. That's the oldest of our senses. And focusing on smells and tastes can sometimes help us to become more aware of things even deeper in our psyche. So now that we've gone from the visual to the auditory to the kinesthetic, let's do a couple of preparational exercises that focus more on the body. So I invite you again to find a comfortable position. Find a favorite meditational posture. It can be sitting on a cushion, on your mat, straight back chair. This exercise could even be done lying on your back in Shavasana. And again, once you found that position, let your eyes fall closed. And just watch your breath for the next few moments. So I invite you to focus first on the feeling of your body as a whole as it sits or lays here in meditation. Just being aware of your whole body, the sensation of sitting, the sensation of your body laying down. If you're in a chair, maybe include the sensation of your feet on the floor. And begin to feel that your body has now been frozen in space. You're like a statue. And there's no movement whatsoever. Just finding that perfect stillness. And I invite you to send a message to your body, just to simply let the ideas of stillness wash over your entire form. And then throughout this practice, just acknowledge that you won't allow yourself to move even the slightest bit. Just allow your body to relax into the posture you've chosen. And begin to feel the weight of your body as it sinks downwards into the floor below you. And then I invite you to go step by step through each and every part of your body. This time it's your outer body, your outer form, from the top of your head, moving your awareness downward slowly, from the top of the head down to your toes. Letting your outer body fall deeper and deeper into stillness. The outer body like an empty shell. Containing nothing but space. Like an empty suit of armor. Then I invite you to now turn your attention to the inside of your body and see it completely empty inside. Just that hollow shell, the color of a clear blue sky. And then I invite you to step by step through every inch of this hollow space inside your inner form. As you breathe, work your awareness up slowly from your toes to the top of your head. and making sure that you're seeing nothing but empty sky. And then I invite you to take a deep and clearing breath, letting go of the meditation. And again, just checking in with yourself and noticing the effects of this exercise. Maybe the sum total of effects of all of the exercises we've done so far. And just know these are great exercises to do in preparation for meditation. But just make sure that you don't spend too much time on them so you don't tire yourself for the main event. And so now I invite you for the next 5 minutes. We're just going to meditate quietly and silently. Just taking a while to be quiet. Breathing deeply, keeping your eyes closed. And just being aware of anything that comes into your realm of awareness. As you sit quietly and breathe. meditating in silence. And let whatever experiences occur be uniquely your own. Simply receiving what you need at this moment. And taking another deep and clearing breath. Letting go of the experience. Again, becoming aware of your body lying or seated where it is. Sensations of your body where it is in meditation. Becoming aware again of your outer environment, sounds, temperature of the air on your skin. Slowly bringing the palms of your hands together at your heart center. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Taking a moment to express gratitude to yourself for taking part in this practice. Knowing you can do one or more of these practices anytime. Maybe experimenting with different ones when you go into meditation. Taking a deep inhale and exhale. Slowly opening your eyes, keeping a relaxed gaze. And namaste. Blessings always. Thank you so very much for joining me this evening. And Jai Ma. So I hope you enjoyed those. Again, always feel free to message me on the channel or email me at the temple email, omcdevi, AUMCDEVI @gmail.com. I want to thank Kim, and Jamie, Bryce, and Mary for joining me, and anybody else who may tune in later and watch the recording as well. I look forward to you joining me on Friday for our puja and satsang to Ma Vama Kali, the Kali of the left-hand path. And have a wonderful evening and wonderful couple of days ahead. Again, thank you so very much. And good night.